Dwindled down to my brother touching 3 of my daughters.
Who? Bobby?
Yes. I'm sorry, I can't hold it no more.
Oh, Bobby Brown, man. Marlon, I'm starting to get the feel that everybody in the industry are somehow connected to this pedophilic or gay, homosexual, all of them. Because because I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't see Bobby as being a child molester.
Well, what we see ain't always what's true, right? And we look, people were only going based on what people say, and this is someone pretty stinking reliably close to him. It's his sister. Um, she's saying that he messed with her daughters, and I think you're right in that it seems everybody's involved in this kind of behavior. But I think I have an answer as to why. You told me some time ago that there are certain things that are just by nature degrading, and we were talking on a different arena of conversation. But I think you're right. The easiest way to get somebody to do what you want is degradation. You got to make them feel less, make them feel subhuman, make them feel deplorable. And I think those particular acts are a great avenue to get you to feel less. It's humiliation, it's degrading, it's also criminalizing you. So if you ever stepped out of line, we have you dead to rights. But I think there are some people coming into this that are naturally prone that way, or they had that propensity before they joined the whole arena of the super stardom arena. And Bobby might have been one of them, because it seemed like this happened before. It may have happened before all the fame, or it may have happened during. Never gave a timeline. But regardless of when it happened, if it did happen, he never admitted to anything, and nothing seems to be gotten done with it. So, where does that leave us with our view of Bobby?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess right now we just got to depend on her story, and do we believe what she's saying? Now, if I was a you know lie detector, a human lie detector, I would say she, at minimum, telling some truth. If not, the was that her brother in it with him, or brother, whatever, her brother,
Was it her brother? Might have been her son. I don't know.
whatever, son, brother, a close relative. If she was lying, I think he would have spoke out and said that. And the way she said it, if you just pay attention to her, I think that she just was at that point where I just can't hold it no more, and she really meant that. That's those are my thoughts. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but those are my thoughts. I'm just being honest.
Well, let's look at what notoriously happens if this stuff happens in the family. There, from what I've seen, having gone through either it on my end or have people close to me that have been through it, the first thing you're in is this stage of this couldn't have happened. Not to me, and not by the person I'm thinking it who did it. And then when the reality sets in, you're faced with this idea: should I say something because it's my family, and should I try to rectify it? Should I try to think that it was a one-time deal, not a one-time? You're confused, and then eventually you get angry, but you don't know what to do. Now, if she's saying that she had this, she couldn't hold it in anymore, something tells me it's been on her to decide whether or not she should say anything and when to say something. Eventually, you will get to a point where you're no longer able to not say anything. And I think she might just be at that breaking point, like you said, and has dealt with enough, seen enough time has passed. She's finally come to a decision about it. She doesn't care about the relationship anymore, because the truth is she has to defend her kids first. A bit late, no doubt, but I don't think that this is. I saw the same thing you saw. Her face did not suggest that this was a lie.
And then on the flip side, we got to remember that when the money run out, the loyalty run out. And at the
Hmm.
time this was happening, it was a lot of money and fame, going around, and it could have been part of the process of her hiding it, not hiding it, but even hiding it, but hiding it from herself, where she's just not really facing the reality of what's really going on. And now that everything has settled down and gotten real, she like, okay, I can't hold it no more, and it came out. Now, is she wrong for that? Did she fail at protecting her children? Yes, she did. Um, I'm sure she understand that. But the smart thing and the good thing to do morally is to do what she did and come out with it, and that's it. Because these people, see, the reality needs to set in with people so that we really understand what we chasing when we chasing after these things, and what we supporting and why. You understand what I'm saying? These things matter. So that's good she came out, because now it can help settle in with a lot more people.
Now, depending on how long ago it's been, here's the thing that just popped in my head. She might be trying to save both sides at this point because she waited until it was a tad too late to do anything about it. So Bobby can't face any repercussions, depending on how long ago it's been. But it seems like it was a while back now because neither one of them are young. And most places only have like a 30-year statute of limitations. So Bobby's been in the industry and out of it for a longer accumulation of time than that. So um, let's just assume that she's doing it now because Bobby can't be punished by the law, but she can still get some sort of closure for her children out of it. I don't see why not just approach your brother about it and rectify it at home if you're not hoping for some sort of a legal recourse to take its course. And like it's almost like you can be it's a double-edged sword. We're glad you're saying the truth if it's the truth, but why make it so public if there is nothing that's going to get done to Bobby about it? I don't get that part.
Well, you make a really good point. What I'm saying, you got to think about that. So maybe it's a double up for her. What I'm saying. She get to come out, potentially make some money off the story, gain some fame, and also do it in a whole thing of the whole time knowing that there's nothing is going to happen to Bobby about it, because at some point she had to be involved. No matter how you frame it up, you knew it was happening. You knew it was going on. I'm sure you didn't find this out once they got grown. You've been knowing this. So you didn't do nothing about it then. So you are a part of it. And if it happened continually, you are a part of it, period. I think just, get it off her, she got a conscience about it too, I believe. And it's eating her up, man.
So she got to the end of her rope of not
Yeah.
protecting her kids. Yeah.
And at the end, she win because, I mean, she's selfish. You know what I'm saying? So all she wanted probably is what she looking to get. And I don't see a lot of times when people come clean, I don't see it as a good thing on their end. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Sometimes I don't, because you're not doing it for the victim. You're doing it for yourself, and you can still care less about the victim, and that's obvious because you allowed it to happen. So whatever you put in front of that was is absolutely ridiculous. No way could I let somebody or know that this is going on with my kids and then wait, you know, 20, 30 years to say something. It's terrible.
It's an awful long time. That's traumatizing long. Okay, let's assume they only happened when they were in their teens. That would have meant at least 20 years ago. So you sat on this for 20 years ago? For 20 years you sat on that?
And yeah, and now you got the nerves to allow your kids to hold it in, and then you come out on TV or or one of the biggest talk shows. Tasha K got all the drama. You know what I'm saying? You jump right out there and just say it in front of everybody. Just put them out there. You didn't. I wonder if you talked to them about that first. You know,
Hmm.
I don't know. It's a lot of different. I know I'm kind of flip flopping on with her. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of different angles, man.
Well, it's not flip flopping when you're trying to get both sides of the story. Because look, we wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt that either you were so heartbroken or you may have been threatened. We don't know. There could have been all kinds of circumstances why you didn't come forward and say something. We just find it odd that you'd come that publicly about it. And like Corey said, why the fanfare? Uh, did you talk to your kids about it before? How come you didn't address it with them in a private? There's so many weird things, but at the same time, we do commend her for at the least doing something to try and defend her children, late or what, but it's still happening. I guess I could give you credit for that, but
It's probably still in the family. She didn't
yeah,
let it happen to the grandkids and everything. It's man. But I guess they all got their little thing going on, and we just got to pay closer attention to what we follow and why. That's the bottom line.
period, point blank.
Wake up before you go to sleep. Peace. We out of here.